Bryan showed up at our Corazon readings, I think. So during the last 2 years, he's been making a showing, and he's a pretty intellectual guy. He's actually studying poetry, and yeah. So I want to welcome and introduce to you guys Bryan Pitchford.
I hope you're all in the right place. I was wondering what Chris was going to say about me. But I was wondering, I want to thank Chris for hosting these. I've been coming for the last 2 years to the Corazon Theatre. I can't see anyone, this is crazy. I appreciate Cassandra's comments on being nervous because, man, it's terrifying being up here, but it's also liberating. And I'm just excited. I'm very, it's great. So, I did finish my Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing in 2017. So, it's great. I want to thank my wife, Krista, for supporting me. I think this might be her first poetry reading, so it's pretty exciting. And I was thinking about what I was going to read when I got up here, and for the last couple weeks I thought I had it in mind, and then I was going to print them off today. I had a National Guard drill today, and I thought, man, I don't know if I want to read that one. I want to read one old and one new, and I came across this one, and I remember Ben Atkinson really enjoyed it, and I think you all will enjoy it as well. So an ancient poet named Horace wrote in Ars Poetica on what he defined as poetry and what poetry is. And so I wrote my Ars Poeticum, and that's the title of this, is the Ars Poeticum, because poets are not averse to plagiarism, so I'm definitely not. So this is Ars Poeticum. The poem should be quiet and refined, or loud and obnoxious. At its core, the poem should be boiled down to the junction of essential truth and fiction. The poem should be your prayer. Fold your hands and bow your head over a sheet of lined paper. Scratch through the blank page until what's left is the poem. See how it jumps off the page straight into your heart and shows you what your soul cannot. The words should be your eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and hands. They should be your who, what, when, where, why, and especially howl. The poem should be your first thought in the morning, your last thought in the evening, and your hopes and dreams. The bridge I cannot cross spans an indeterminate distance. It's a Hal Truss bridge, like one I made out of popsicle sticks and Elmer's glue in the 4th grade in 1989. Or maybe I dreamed of making. Either way. Rumble strips, white lines, yellow lines, and a sign. Bridge freezes before road. 2 lanes of faded and patched asphalt on each side, east, west, or north, south, I don't know. I'm not good with directions. I'm an excellent driver, but I cannot cross this bridge. I get nervous when I can no longer see land over the concrete guardrail, and when the radio loses signal, and when the incline gradually increases until I know my tires will lose traction and my car falls backward, end over end in slow motion, though as gracelessly as you can imagine. Before that point, my palms sweat and I lose my grip on the steering wheel. Before that, my chest tightens and I stop breathing. Before that, I bite down on the insides of both cheeks. But it begins with my right eye twitching and my hand shaking violently. Fear of heights is acrophobia. Fear of bridges is gephyrophobia. Fear of dreaming is onirophobia. It is also a book of poetry by Jim Carroll. I only remember my nightmares, and although this is recurring and I know it's not real, I fall for it every time. I will fall asleep, and I will get into my car, and I will hover the dark highway until I run out of exits, and all signs point to the bridge, and I crack on 5 miles per hour over the posted speed limit, and I will fail to cross my bridge. In fact, I will not even reach the middle. Thank you.